Okay, Daddy-o,
Yeah.
how do you say that little cricket in the bush?
Okay. Ksiądz brzmi w trzcinie, w Szebrzeżynie.
And that's a real word, huh?
Yeah.
So when I visit my dad, this is what we do. We watch webcams of Poland.
So what? What's so funny? What's so funny? Oh my God.
It's beautiful though.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
is-
Rzeszów.
There's Rzeszów. That's where my
Yeah.
dad's from. That's where he was born.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone now. No more Rzeszów.
Now it's Rzeszowiec.
Look at that cutie patootie.
Oh, I love your. Are you looking at me?
And my dad made white borscht, and it's amazing. Perfect breakfast. You're so weird. Good morning. It's July 17th. I'm on an elevator right now going down to my car to pick up some stuff. I'm here in Burbank at my dad's and my stepmom's place and had a decent night. I stayed up late editing, so I didn't sleep that much. My brother's here. We're gonna go wander around, just go for a walk. I did start reading The Time Machine by H.G. Wells, audiobook-wise. I got a third of the way through, and I was really enjoying aspects of it. It gave me like Gulliver Travels vibe. If you've ever read Gulliver's Travels, let me know if that kind of seems similar. And I was enjoying it for the most part, but then we got to a part that was really kind of philosophical, and it got into some details that was great, but not so easy for listening to audiobooks when I was a little worn out. So I stopped and started listening to music. So I feel like I'm making good progress on that one. And I did read Tortilla Flat for a little bit yesterday. So I'm almost done with that. I'm almost done with that one. And still just really enjoying that one because it just gives me Monterey / it gives me cozy vibes, even though a lot of the stories are not so cozy. The little like stories that Danny and his friends go through. But the writing and how, I don't know, the way that John Steinbeck writes kind of feels cozy at times. So I was just I've been enjoying picking that up here and there and just reading little bits throughout my trip. It's been really fun. But it's already getting hot. It's gonna be hot down here. So get ready for some more whining. So good. Look at my hair. That is something. Okay, so I did just finish Tortilla Flat, and I don't know what I'm having a hard time rating lately. I really am struggling to rate books at the moment. And because I just finished this, I'm not going to give it a rating at the moment. I really did enjoy a lot of aspects of this. If you are going into Steinbeck books, this is probably one of the more problematic ones, and I just want to point that out because it does have a lot more problematic elements to it, and the whole excuse of it's indicative of the times and stuff like that could be used, and it could be the views of these people that were within this area. But it did have a lot of problematic terminology and stereotypes and characterizations, so just know that. And as far as the story itself though, and the characters, I really did enjoy them. There was a lot of similar things happening. Like there was a certain amount of repetition in this because the characters keep doing the same things over and over again, but I did like the way the story ended overall. I thought that it was an appropriate ending, and I liked the culmination of these characters, what they came to, I guess, figure out about themselves in the end, what end they came to. I mean, it was written in the 1930s, so, you know, there's mental health issues here that aren't discussed, like they're not gone through, but there are definitely things that in this book have not really been explored much, but that's because they wouldn't have been explored much in the 1930s. So it's something to think about, and it's definitely one of Steinbeck's earliest novels, like earliest significant novels, so it's not probably one of his best. But I think one of the things I like about it, being a Steinbeck fan, is that you're really starting to see some of his style come about with these characters, like the aspects of his writing that made Canary so good. Like those characterizations, the friend groups, and the portrayals of the different characters. And it's a very satirical look at the people of Monterey at this time. And that is true for Canary and almost all of his books. Like Steinbeck took a very satirical eye at people. But then he also really does try and get to the meat of humanity and people. Like I don't know about as early as this story, but you can tell later on that he loves people and he loves to learn about everybody. He doesn't really care whether or not you're rich or poor. He wants to know you and wants to express the uniqueness of those people within his books. And I always enjoyed that because he would make his characters, his main characters, be people who weren't considered at the time within society the most respectable people. And he sometimes made fun of them, but he made fun of everybody in his books. He really did make fun of everybody in his books. But he also tried to show who they were and why they were special as people. And I don't think that everybody does that when it comes to writing books. I don't think that everybody looks at the everyday person and wants to make them the hero of the story. Usually you want somebody who is hero material. So anyways, I'm not saying that this is a fantastic book and I absolutely loved it, but there were aspects of it I really enjoyed. Like I said, though, it's not one of his best as far as it does not age well at all. And I don't think it would have aged as well pretty soon after he wrote it either. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. But I am still happy to be going along in my Steinbeck journey. I'm not going to read his other short stories right now, but I do get to count this one for Tales from Two Trails because Steinbeck is what I consider one of my favorite authors. And it was just wonderful to read this while in Monterey, you know, and on this California journey because it gives you vibes. It gives you those kind of vibes. And I did still really enjoy it. I don't think I can count it for any of my bingo on my bingo board. I don't think it's going to work for that, but I'll look and see if it will work for anything on my bingo board, but not right now because it's bedtime. So I'm going to go. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe so you can see what happens. I might vlog tomorrow. I'm not doing too much, but hopefully I'll get some reading in. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.